So before moving into the project itself, I would briefly like to introduce our client and my teammates. So in this capstone project, we are 6 members and we all have different responsibilities. I'm working as a supervisor and team lead. Padmini is the project manager and product owner. Abdul Habib is responsible for WordPress development. Ahmed leads the UI and UX design work, and Mohammed Haris supports QA and testing, and Sonam works on QA support documentation and performance review. And if I talk about our client, his name is AJ Carter from AI Governance Australia. Here is the email ID and the number of our client, and the preferred communication method is email or Zoom. So this structured help us divide the work clearly and keep the project aligned with both technical and reporting requirements. So moving forward, so we are team 10 and this is our interim presentation for AI Australia website MVP project. So basically our project focuses on building a professional WordPress based website that supports research visibility, structured publishing and a stronger digital presence for the client. So in this presentation, we will explain the project background, scope, design, development, progress and next steps. So let's talk about the client background and business problems. AI Governance Australia works in an important area where policy, ethics, technology meets. So the main problem is that the organization doesn't yet have a strong and structured website to present its work. Because of that, research and commentary are harder to assess and the organization public credibility is reduced. So our project addresses this by building a website that better supports communication, publishing and engagement. So that is all from my side for now, and Padmini will take over from here.
Hi, my name is Padmini Kalyar, and now I'm here to discuss the next slide, which is project objectives and MVP scope. So, the aim of the project is to deliver a practical and realistic minimum viable product MVP within the given capstone timeline. Instead of trying to build a fully complete or overly complex website, the focus is on creating a functional version that demonstrates the core value of the platform. The team prioritizes the most important pages and features that will have the greatest impact for users and the client. The core pages included in the MVP are the home page, about page, resource library, and research and commentary sections. These pages form the foundation of the website by introducing the organization, explaining its purpose, and providing access to key content. Another important part of the scope is the contribution path, which includes features like user registration, login, and a basic dashboard concept. This shows users to engage with the platform by contributing content. A major highlight is the resource library, which is designed as a searchable collection of publications and research. This ensures users can easily find and access relevant information. So, overall, the scope is carefully balanced. It is focused enough to be completed within the timeline, but still broad enough to represent a complete and credible direction for the final website. So, I'm moving to the next slide, which is the key features and a business value. So this explains how the features of the MVP translate into real value for the organizations and its users. The emphasis is on usability, organization, and long-term growth. One of the key features of resource library, which is organizes publications in a clear and searchable way. This makes it easier for users to discover content, improving their overall experience. Another important feature is the contributor form, which allows users to submit research and commentary. This supports future content growth and introduces a structured review workflow, ensuring quality and consistency. The slide also highlights role based access, which gives administrators better control over content management. By assigning different permissions to users, the system becomes more secure and easier to manage. This is especially important as the platform grows and it involves more contributors. So finally, the concept of professional growth ties all these features together by improving usability, content organization, and management process. And the website appears more credible and professional. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much.
So, hi everyone, my name is Ahmed. So, my part of the presentation is slide 6 and slide 7. So, slide 6 is about UI UX design approach. Basically, the design approach was guided by the client's identity and the purpose of the website. Since this platform focuses on research and academic content, it was important that the design looked serious, clean, and trustworthy. The website needed to reflect professionalism and credibility rather than appearing casual or overly commercial. To achieve this, I explored different visual ideas and reviewed similar academic websites. After selecting a suitable direction, I refined the design using Figma. The main focus was on readability because users will be reading research articles and publications. I use clear typography, proper spacing, and structured layouts to improve user experience. Uh, to add with more, I also focus on creating a clear hierarchy so users can easily navigate the content and find important information. Additionally, the layouts were designed to be responsive, ensuring a smooth experience across both desktop and mobile devices. Overall, the design aims to provide a clean, structured, and user-friendly experience aligned with the client's needs. So, coming to the next slide, that is main screens and user flow. Uh, The prototype includes here the main screens required to demonstrate how the website will function as a complete system. These screens support key user journeys such as browsing, publications, reading research articles, signing in, and submitting work for review. Each screen was designed to ensure a smooth, simple user experience. The navigation is clear and the content is structured uh, to help users easily find what they need. The sign in and the submission process were also designed to be straightforward and user friendly. By presenting these screens together, the team was able to understand the complete user flow and how users interact with the platform. These help us move forward with development using a more connected and structured design direction. Thank you so much. That was my part, and the next part will be explained by my team member, that is Abdul Habib. Thank you so much.
The next slide, then it was, about the current progress in project management. At this stage, I would say we have moved from planning into implementation. The design work has already been completed to a usable level, and the live WordPress site is active, as you can see. And Trello has helped us to manage deadlines and responsibilities and workflow status. The combination of design, implementation, project tracking shows that the project is progressing in a structured way. And with the design, when it was really, it was really a basic. What do you say? It was very, visually, the work began on the design stage, where we used Stitch with Google, and then and the design was moved to Figma. And after when the after topography, spacing, and page hierarchy and user interface were improved, so the design looked more consistent, realistic, and suitable for the final development. And after the Figma stage, we used Lovable to build an interactive prototype. The static designs, converting static designs into a more usable website concept. And the prototype stage was useful because it gave the team a clearer understanding of the user journey before actual implementation began. To support the functionality, the team also added several plugins, including tools such as Sidekick, Google Kit for analytics, related setup, and other plugins required for page structure, forms, user access, and content organization, and many more. The final result was a live website that reflects, the original design direction, but also demonstrating practical implementation in a real hosting environment. That's it from my side. Thank you. The next slide. Then, it was, about the current progress in project management. At this stage, I would say we have moved from planning into implementation. The design work has already been completed to a usable level, and the live WordPress site is active, as you can see. And Trello has helped us to manage deadlines and responsibilities and workflow status. The combination of design, implementation, project tracking shows that the project is progressing in a structured way. And with the design, when it was really, it was really a basic, what do you say? It was very, visually, the work began on the design stage, where we used Stitch with Google, and then and the design was moved to Figma. And after topography, spacing, and page hierarchy and user interface were improved, so the design looked more consistent, realistic, and suitable for the final development. And after the Figma stage, we used Lovable to build an interactive prototype. The static designs, converting static designs into a more usable website concept. And the prototype stage was useful because it gave the team a clearer understanding of the user journey before actual implementation began. To support the functionality, the team also added several plugins, including tools such as Sidekick, Google Kit for analytics, related setup, and other plugins required for page structure, forms, user access, and content organization, and many more. The final result was a live website that reflects, the original design direction, but also demonstrating practical implementation in a real hosting environment. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Hi, this is Muhammad Haris Wasim. We're just working on the website and app development of AI governance Australia. So my role in this project is testing and quality assurance. So the testing is focused on the most important user actions, such as logging in, using forms, and moving through the contribution workflow. We're also checking layout behaviors across devices and reviewing possible risks, including plugin conflicts and time pressure. This helps us issue to resolve issue early and improve quality before the final stage. So if I just explain the points. So first of all, in testing focus, so there is main thing is login in form functionally. So check if user can sign up, login, and submit form without errors. So then comes user role behavior. So we have to ensure that different user like admin, client, public user have this, different features and have correct permissions as well. So then comes page behavior. So the page behavior across devices, we have to check while the website is working correctly on mobile, tablet, or desktop, and we have to check and we have to keep an eye on responsive layout validation to make sure the design adjusts properly and on different screens, and whether there is any overlapping or whether it breaks or not. And in the testing phase, we have to basically check the accessibility to ensure that that app is useful for everyone, like the disabled peoples, and whether they are able to read the text properly. We have to provide them the keyboard autocorrection or keyboard navigation in it. So the main issues and the main conflicts we have to face, and the main risks we have to face in the testing are plugin conflicts. So some tools or plugins, especially in WordPress, may not work well together and cause errors. So we have to take a check balance on time as well. So limited time can affect testing depth or feature completion. And at the last, the approval delays. So we have to wait for the if we have to wait for the client feedback or approvals, so this may slow our progress. So I'm done with my part. So furthermore, Sonam will discuss his documentation phase. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harris, for continuing the presentation. Now it's me, Sonam, and I'll take over the presentation. My part in this project is the documentation part, where I note down all the important stages at this project. We are preparing notes on testing, limitation, on the performance, and observation and handover guidance. Okay, this material make the project more professional and more useful for the client after delivery. Good documentation also supports the final report and presentation documentation. And the part is about writing and organizing all important information about testing, which includes tasting notes where there are records of what has been tested and what are the results that were found. There are limitations which were noted down, such as any features that are incomplete or have some issues, such as bugs. And one such example was the website running smoothly on desktop, but there were some features not working when we used it on the mobile. Another aspect is the performance, where we note how fast and efficient the system is. For example, how the loading speed were when we were testing the website, and how long were the delays. And another one is guidance. We prepared instructions so that the client or future developers can easily understand and manage the system. So yeah, this is the of part that I'm working on in this project. And now I would like to pass on the presentation to Achal, who will continue it. Thank you.
So thank you, Sonam, and my other team members as well. So to conclude, our project moved through several important milestone stages. In week one, we focused on goals, stakeholders, and success criteria. In week four, we reviewed the prototype and backlog. In week six, we focused on implementation, testing, refinement through the live website. Our final delivery includes the completed website, the report, this presentation, and the handover materials. Overall, we completed the main pages, content, refined workflows, and role behavior, continued to QA and documentation, and prepared the final report and presentation. So, thank you everyone for giving us your time, and that's all from our side. Have a good one.